Hey everybody, sorry it's been a long time, NGS back again for another video. Excuse all the messiness happening up here, and this down here, and all of this unshaven mess over here. Currently participating in No Shave November, which for many of you, No Shave November, bitch, No Shave September, October, December, January, February, you get the whole point. People have been talking about it for the past couple of years, and I thought, hey, why not, let's participate in it, and I'm about 19 days in, and honestly, no progress to show. I mean, outside the little stubbles here and there, I don't know, I shave once a week. My hair really takes its time growing back. Outside of the mustache, everything else is just at a snail's pace, which kind of sucks because I want to fashion a nice goatee around here, get the black bond look going on, but I can't do that now apparently, so I guess... Exposed! Exposed! Yeah, that was my fail at doing the Shokyo. Exposed me! Today I'm going to be hitting you guys up with a game impressions video. Now, I gotta confess something to you guys. I have not really been gaming much or watching too many anime, reading that much manga, well, new manga. I've been just catching up with old stuff over the past couple of months. People can chalk it up to some new semester, all that junk, but really it's really gotten down to the point where the amount of fucks that I should be giving to reinvest to get myself back into said game, they're non-existent. Like, you ever have one of those times where, like, you're playing an RPG, for example, and you're really invested into it, you take a break for a while because you have to attend to other things in life or just play some other games, and you try to come back into it, and you can't get back into it. You play for 5 minutes, you're like, yo, what the F is going on? What's happening here? You lose track of your bearings, you don't know what the heck's happening. In some cases, you restart the game, and then you fall into the same vicious cycle. So that's been happening for a lot of the games that I've been playing, a lot of RPGs, so I've tried to stay away from those and focus on more smaller games, which I have completed. Mainly a lot of the indie titles on Steam. Comment down below if you have that problem. You try to get back into games after months, and you just can't for some way, shape, or form. You gotta try to find some excuse whatsoever. Even me, when I go on my God mode on Final Fantasy IX, I just succumb to the same problem. Anyway, the first two games are for the Xbox 360, and as you guys know, this year in particular I wasn't really too excited about many of the games releasing in the fall. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lot of interesting, quirky titles that, you know, piqued my interest, but I never really, I guess, came to terms with plopping down the $60 for it. Simply due to the fact that I was saving up for the Q1 2013 blowout. I mean, right out the door, we got Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, we got Tomb Raider, we got Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, we got Tales of Graces, no, Tales of Graces, fuck, Tales of Xillia coming to the West. I mean, there are just so many games in that 3-month gap alone that's just, oh my freaking god, that 3-month time span, man. 3-month time span. Why am I saying 3-month gap? Time span! That'll be my new special attack. Ah, time span! People got the Hadoukens and the Kamehamehas. Ah, time span! I don't know why, but yeah, it sounds kind of cool. So, thankfully, due to my brother being really invested into gaming as of late, he's getting older, so he's being able to play a lot more of the mature games out there in the Xbox and PlayStation era. He picked up a couple of the bigger release titles. So, first off the bat, we're going to start out with Halo 4. As you guys know, when it comes to me and the Halo games, I'm what people would consider a casual fan. I'm not really the person who's, I guess, overly invested in the series, who picks up every single game. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the Halo franchise for the things that they have done, and I think that the majority of the games are really well crafted outside of something like ODST. So going into Halo 4, I was kind of like on the rebound, like, you know, Microsoft, you just freaking released Halo Reach, and now you're going to do another dang trilogy. It's not bad enough they said one, they said an entire trilogy at one conference, so I'm like, ugh. And the fact that Bungie wasn't coming back, it was just like, really, just for money? So I was very skeptical going into Halo 4 up until the very end, where I saw a couple of gameplay videos and it did look fairly interesting. I think that if I don't confess this, it'll actually come back to bite me in the ass later. Unlike most people, I really wasn't the biggest fan out there of Halo 3. I'm just going to say it right now. I really could not stand the multiplayer. I did not understand why people were so invested into it. Maybe it's due to the fact that I came into it late, unlike other people. I played through the campaign, I felt it was aight. The multiplayer, I really couldn't get invested into it. So Halo 3 overall was a meh game for me. But when I played something like Halo Reach, I don't know, something clicked at home. I felt very in tune with the multiplayer. The campaign was pretty good. And I still find myself going on to Reach and playing it with a couple of friends. I don't know, something about Reach. I guess I'm in the minority in that case, since a lot of people didn't like Halo Reach because of reasons that I'm not going to understand because I'm not that big of a Halo fan. But anyway, moving right along, what do I think about Halo 4 in that respect? I think that me being a person who enjoyed Reach a lot, I do enjoy this. I prefer this a lot more than Halo 3. And what's really interesting about this multiplayer is that it still feels like Halo, yet 343 has brought it up to the modern standards. You know, in the past 5 years that Halo 3's been out, They've really gone back and understood really what made the Halo series, the Halo multiplayer, so great. You know, which is, I guess, debatable from person to person if you like Halo or if you don't like Halo. But they've taken everything that is good about Halo, they've made it a bit more fast-paced and mixed it in with some of the better aspects of Call of Duty. Anybody who plays through, you know, one game, looks up a video of it, you can see that it has taken some inspiration from the modern FPS, which is Call of Duty, but it still maintains its identity as Halo. You know, depending on person to person, you might be a bigger fan and say it's a complete betrayal of the series, what have you. You know, this is just what I think, and I think it works great for it. And I've played like, what, 15 games or so maybe I need to play more for my verdict to change, but I'm definitely loving the hell out of Halo 4's online multiplayer. They've done what really a lot of modern FPS developers couldn't do. They've taken the good parts of Call of Duty and they've actually maintained the identity of their own series, because you see so many other developers like behind Killzone, Resistance, just so many other games trying to mimic Call of Duty, yet their game comes out subpar because, number one, they're trying to keep their own identity, but at the same time they're trying to mimic Call of Duty, and they aren't able to do that, which is why their community dies within a couple of weeks. But anyway, enjoying the shit out of this. I will definitely be putting up more gameplay videos of it, and I'm going to be starting the campaign eventually. Halo games usually takes me a while to play the campaign since I'm not really that invested in the story. I don't know, it never really drags me. And the second game really needs no introduction, COD Black Ops 2. This is actually very interesting. Why? Because there are no words on the back describing the game itself except campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. So yeah, buying into Call of Duty this late, that's all you need to know. This is what the game has. You don't need to know how many units it sold. You don't need to know anything about the story. You just gotta know it has these 3 modes. I mean, duh, come on now. And now, when it comes to the COD games, you guys know me. Treyarch is my preferred developer over the two. I think that Treyarch has a lot of interesting ideas in pushing the series forward. However, somewhere along the line, the execution it comes uneven. It's like they meet us halfway and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It was something that really plagued Call of Duty Black Ops, especially with the online. They had a couple good ideas, but, you know, issues with the multiplayer and the players and the servers, for Christ's sake, killed the online for that game. In this game, it's sort of similar with the multiplayer. They are having a lot of server problems, as usual, as expected with COD games, but I don't know, they seem to plague Treyarch's games more so than Infinity Ward's. That's just what I've seen over the past couple years that I've been playing their games. But the multiplayer, it is what it is. It's Call of Duty. You're either going to like it or you hate it. I tolerate it, and in the following weeks, it's going to turn into complete other crap, because that's the cycle of Call of Duty. I mean, it's like the circle of life. Horrible singing right there. But now moving on to the other portions of the game, campaign is something I do have to give Treyarch their props on. Now don't quote me on this, I'm only a couple levels in, so I can't say 100%, but I'm actually really enjoying the story. I'm really enjoying the effort that they put into creating a stronger single-player narrative. It's no longer just little debriefing missions in between and then hearing what your character, your companion character is yelling to you. You actually get invested and attached to the characters. They've got full cutscenes now with pretty interesting motion capture software. And yeah, I'm a couple levels in, and mind you, my verdict might change as I complete the game, but I'm definitely enjoying it. Honestly, I can say that if it keeps going at the route I'm thinking it will be, it could probably be my favorite COD campaign next to World at War. Zombies, again, it's like multiplayer, polarizing thing, but in this case it'll be towards the zombie fans. You're either going to really enjoy the change that Treyarch has made, especially with the new mode, Transit. It's a lot more in-depth. It's not just the standard quick pro quo. Or you're going to completely just turn it off because you don't like zombies or you feel that it's been a betrayal of the series. So I've only played a couple games of zombies. I can't really judge it fully, but I'm enjoying what I'm playing. But again, subject to change. I'll probably do a review on Black Ops just to see what's going on. But overall, I think the game is enjoyable, especially due to the fact that I didn't pay a cent on it. But if you are a person who dislikes COD, then I guess you're not going to like this one at all, because there are a couple things that are wrong with it. I'm playing on the Xbox 360, so I don't see that many issues, but the engine is really just... This is the best the graphics are going to look. I mean, they look pretty, but it's come to the point where, god damn it, you guys need a new engine, so next generation, here we come. And the final game I'm going to talk about, I can't really speak on. Why? Because I don't have it here, because we in the good old US of A, we didn't get a physical copy. Darn you, Namco Bandai! I'm currently doing a playthrough of this game on my second channel, NeoGameSpark 2. Link down below for you guys to check out. And that is of One Piece Pirate Warriors for the PlayStation 3, courtesy of a good friend, James Hansen. I got this as an early Christmas present, so thank you very much for that, good friend. I hope to play more online co-op with you eventually. And, you know, like Call of Duty Black Ops, it is what it is. It's a Musou game, but with an anime skin. But, in my opinion, I think it's one of the better Musou games as of late. Whereas you see games like Bleach Soul Resurrection failing miserably, I think that Omega Force, they've sort of put a lot more love and effort into creating this type of Musou game as opposed to what Sony did with Bleach Soul Resurrection. You definitely feel like you're playing with the One Piece characters. I definitely feel a lot more at home with these moves that I'm able to pull off. The characters all play unique. No character really plays the same, so you're getting a unique experience. My favorite, of course, is Luffy, followed by Sanji and Zoro. The moves are definitely in line with the characters, so you're going to see some fan favorites, and the animations are just freaking gorgeous. The game runs so smooth. The visuals are fantastic. It definitely feels like One Piece on that regard alone. So they've captured the One Piece-ness. They've captured Oda's vision, if that makes any sense. However, like I said, this is a Musou game, so if you don't like these kind of games like Dynasty Warriors, Gundam, then you're really not going to appreciate this unless you're a huge One Piece fan. I'm enjoying the game due to the fact that I love the way the characters play, I love the way they control. However, I do have some criticisms with it, which I'm going to be settling on in my review, because I'm definitely doing a review on this one because I have a lot to say on it. But it mainly has to do with the storytelling and, of course, the usual plagues of a Musou title. But if I had to give a recommendation to this, One Piece fans out there, is it worth plopping down the 50 bucks, the 30 euros, however it costs in the UK? I would say that, you know, it varies from person to person, but since I got this when it was on sale for 30 bucks, James Hansen, like I said, gifted it to me, I would say 30 bucks is about the price that I would pay for this game. 30 bucks well spent. But hey, it could change. You could get hundreds of hours out of a 60-hour Musou game, while others could get maybe 4 to 8. You know, like I said, varies. But those are my impressions on the past 3 games. Halo 4, really enjoying the shit out of the multiplayer. I can't wait to start the campaign. Black Ops, very polarizing on numerous fronts, but I'd say if you like Call of Duty games, then you're probably going to play it in some way, shape, or form, be it renting it or a free weekend via Steam, what have you. And One Piece Pirate Warriors, interesting to say the least, and I'll have a review up within the next couple of decades. So when Kingdom Hearts 3 releases in 2024, you can expect my rant on iCarly, the Pokemon Needs to End video, and a review for One Piece Pirate Warriors. And that's all I wanted to talk to you guys today. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about video games for the past 13 minutes. I am NGS signing out. Until next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace.